Hey guys, what's going on? ProMod Sin, and I'm bringing you another gameplay commentary. This time it's a MOAB on bootleg, playing some 6v6 kill confirmed. And I want to point out here this spawn nade that I throw. Now normally I would throw a stun or a flash. I think that's a better, choice, but I only had a Semtech, so it's a good thing to throw because it checks for enemies. And as you see there, I was also checking the other side where they can come rushing out of the spawn over there where they originally spawned. And something I want to talk about a little bit is a lot of tips this video, but I also want to talk about some bootleg specific stuff. Now for bootleg, you want to try to hold down this area that I'm at over here, going in between in domination be the A and C flags. You want to try to avoid that B area with the long street, because there's a lot of snipers or Type 95 or some long range guns that you can't really beat unless you're using one of those types of guns. But on bootleg, I like to run some submachine guns and maybe even some shotguns. The USAS is good, the Striker is good, the Spaz 12 is good, the KSG, pretty much anything I would recommend other than the AA12, maybe even the model. Now here, I die just after I got my specialist because I did not go into that room expecting a gunfight. I did not have my sights up. I was not aimed down sights ready for an engagement, and that's something that if you're finding yourself losing a lot of gunfights, that's something you really should work on. And now something else I want to point out is this great line of sight that I just checked right there, looking through that grate. And then right here, I'm using this little bit of cover, the counter area or whatever. Now if you check this area like I'm doing here again, and I go back to that spot, it allows you to see your opponent with them having a very small chance of seeing you, and it helps you win a lot of gunfights. And really, it's stuff that I cannot stress enough. You need to be prepared for your gunfights if you want to win them, especially if you're going for MOABs. If you're just going for, just to have fun, or if you're just going for maybe some cool little montage clips or something like that, then it's not as important. But especially when you're going for like good high scoring, high KD gameplays, or even MOABs or both, you really need to be anticipating every gunfight that you can. And some little tips that I'm going to give while we go through this gameplay, I feel will really help you. Now right there, I was checking using some good cover, and that was a good little area to check, because a lot of people run out of here. This area, this little room I'm in now, they run through there out of their spawn. So it's a good idea to check that area. And here I am pushing a little bit more into the street area than I would recommend for most people. Just simply because, like I said earlier, a lot of snipers, a lot of long-range assault rifles, stuff like that, you're not going to have a good chance of winning. And here I know someone's coming, so I'm anticipating the gunfight. The portable radar helps a lot. And if you notice here, I'm backing up off that ledge, and here I pre-fire, ready for any fight. But like I was saying before, I was backing off that ledge to make myself a harder target to hit. It was almost becoming a head glitch for me, where I could see all of them, but they could see very little of me in comparison. And so, stuff like that, finding your own head glitches, even if it's not just going right up against a box. And I never ever suggest you just sitting in one spot behind a head glitch for the whole game. Especially if you're going for like high KD games, you never want to stay in one spot for too long. But using your environment to the best of your ability to give you the edge in gunfights is a really good idea, and a lot of the really strong players do it. And now there, I just get a lucky spawn kill, which isn't too important. Now here, if I wasn't using this cover right here, I probably would have lost that gunfight, just simply because my shot was not where it needed to be. Now up here, once again, I use this little ledge here, and I play a little further back, so that way I can have that little quote-unquote head glitch area. And here, another good opportunity, I jump down off there with the guy not expecting me, and I'm pre-firing the whole time with a hip fire, and I end up getting the kill because he wasn't expecting me to come down. It's just simple things like that are really good to practice, to work on when you're going for really consistent MOABs. If you want to be consistent in getting MOABs, you definitely want to work on simple things like when you turn a corner, be aim down sights. And I don't do that the best in this gameplay, because when I get special, usually I'm much better at when I work up to my specialist bonus, but once I get it I feel unstoppable, and that's where I end up dying a lot on the 18, even 22, 23 gun streaks. And here you saw I was running around for a while and I couldn't find anybody, so I went to go check that common spawn point over there, and it was a really good idea, not only because I got that kill, but because my whole team was not in that area and they weren't where I thought they were going to be spawning. And now here I'm expecting them to be spawning around here, so I'm checking all my corners, you know, I'm ready for any gunfight. And like I've been saying this whole commentary, you have to be ready for your gunfights. And here I see a guy, and I know this seems like a dick move, but as you see, I get shot and I almost die. So if I hadn't been a dick and been trying to rush for that kill, then I probably would have died from that unknown guy, the guy that was in an unknown spot. So it was really good that my teammate was able to clean him up for me and make sure that I don't die and lose my streak. Let me see. So here I'm playing a little more cautious than I probably should, but I knew that I was only 1 or 2 off the MOAB, and I didn't want to die before I get it, especially with the game almost at a close. And I think we were playing in a Pro Mods party, so I was saying, hold tags, I'm really close, even though I pick up one right there, which I probably shouldn't have done. But I get this long shot here for the nice little MOAB pickup, and that's pretty much the end of the gameplay itself. But before I forget, I do want to shout out, let me look for that little clip I have really quick, guys. I'm sorry about this, but his name is Confliction OG, and he guessed the band of the song that I put in the intro of my last video, so I'm going to give him a little shout out, put him up on the screen. Oh, I probably should have already. And this time no song in the beginning, because I wanted to point out a few things as soon as the game started. But you know, for games that I'm not going strictly for tips based on the gameplay itself, I'll be throwing in those little clips. So hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.